Dan Primack is the business editor at Axios. And Dan, a year ago, a little earlier, maybe it was around January, I asked you if we were going to start to see a bigger wave of IPOs. You said it wasn't the year. I posit the same question now. Is this a bigger, more significant moment? Or is this just going to be a Cerebras, a SpaceX kind of a one or two off?
No, I do think it's a bigger moment right now. You've seen this week, for example, I think there's been about $9 billion worth of IPO value just this week. And we're on Thursday. There had only been $18 billion going into this week. Things are definitely picking up. And that hasn't just been this. There was an energy company. There was another infrastructure play. Lots of stuff around AI. There was also a healthcare one. No, we do seem to be seeing it. But that said, when the year ends, the numbers are going to be all skewed because of the big three, right? SpaceX and then probably OpenAI and Anthropic.
SpaceX, OpenAI, Anthropic. Do you think OpenAI and Anthropic are coming before year end?
I think they want to, and I also think each one wants to go before the other one, maybe just in part to be able to tell the story first, and a little bit of concern that some demand will get sucked out, or some people will make their bets and pick one, and they'd probably pick the first one.
That's fascinating. So OpenAI and Anthropic, we love this rivalry that they have between them. They're also in a rivalry to go public and be the one to tell that AI story. And that could be coming along with SpaceX and Cerebras. And I guess Cerebras is telling us there's plenty of investor appetite for all of this.
Cerebras is definitely telling us that, right? And Brad talked about the timing, or Scott talked about the timing being so good. It really is. This is a chip company. When this thing originally got funded as a startup a decade ago, venture capitalists wanted almost nothing to do with chips, let alone memory chips. There have been a bunch of memory chip failure companies. So this is a huge success in this. But if you look this year, kind of the rally since March has really been driven by chip makers. This totally plays into that. It obviously plays into the AI strategy. It's worth noting, though, it's tried to go public twice. Brad's right. About 18 months ago, it tried to go public. There was national security review that kind of slowed things down. But it also pulled an IPO filing this past year, late in the year, well into the Trump administration. That was maybe because of the government shutdown, maybe not. Either way, it worked out very well for them timing-wise.
So, do you know who, Dan, directly benefits in terms of the VC ecosystem from this?
Yeah, there's a lot, right? This is a company that's raised billions and billions of dollars. Benchmark is one of the biggest ones, kind of one of the landmark Silicon Valley firms that invested in it at the very beginning. But like Tiger Global invested in it just about 8 or 9 months ago. It did that round when the company pulled its IPO. Tiger put money in, then they put in more money this past January. It's gotten a huge value on that. Fidelity, which you don't think of as a venture capital investor, they led around. They made a lot on this too.
So then now I have to imagine, because it's kind of unique, like you said, that in order to have a Cerebras today, you had to be doing this a decade ago before anyone had ever heard of ChatGPT. Aside from OpenAI and Anthropic, are there other companies waiting in the wings to go public here, or are these just a couple of unicorns?
No, there's a bunch, and whether they'll go public this year or not, Databricks is an obvious one, right? Which is an AI infrastructure play on the data side. That's already valued in the private markets hugely. That's going to come out soon. There's a bunch coming. The big question, and it got raised a little bit earlier, is will the huge ones, these trillion-dollar companies, right? SpaceX, OpenAI, and Anthropic, might they suck a lot of the money out? People do have allocations for new issues. People have equity allocations. Could those suck the money out? Cerebras doing this suggests maybe not. People aren't waiting, but that's a question that I think we'll all have to wait to see.
Who wins and who, if anyone loses from today's IPO?
Nobody loses today because the thing's still going up. There are some questions for this company, right? For example, there is the power issue that they have to deal with. There's the customer concentration issue that they have to deal with. There are real things, but nonetheless, right now, this thing's going up, right? It was supposed to price originally, I think, at 125 to 140, and then they raised the thing, and then they raised it again, and now it's through the roof.
Right. So Cerebras, by the way, the IPO price was 185 last night. It opened at 350. And so we're showing the 89% we're showing on the screen there is from the IPO price. If you're in the IPO, fine. You don't have to worry about it. If you bought on the open right now, we're right about the flat line. Dan, I just want to point this out. We've traded all the way up to 385. That's where it was halted when it opened around the turn of the hour. We're coming back down now to the 350s range. Again, as long as it's well above 185. I'm just saying for those who bought in at the open after it was public, right now it's going to be a question mark about whether you're in the green or in the red.
That's right. But I mean, for anybody, obviously for any of the venture capitalists, this is extraordinary, including, and for employees at the company. Yeah, but we're 10 minutes into this thing, 15 minutes in. This becomes a long-term play, right? If you're buying this to day trade on it, then, good luck to you. But this is a long-term play, and it's a long-term bet on the future of AI in the country. I will say one other risk factor in here are data center moratoriums. Not a huge deal for this company yet, but it is something you have to watch.